Hi Beshies! We are going to Japan next week and it is a Thursday, so it's June 1 and we are going to pack and I'm so excited. We're leaving on June 6 and I can't wait to share my Japan trip with you guys. So samahan niyo ako and let's pack! Hi Beshies! Welcome to my video. Sorry for my look. I know I look like crap as if I just got out of bed. Actually, I am not feeling really well right now. I am feeling pretty sick and heartbroken because we are supposed to leave for Japan tomorrow, but we're not gonna make it because me and my husband are both sick. He went out for a party and then when he got back the next day, his throat was feeling funny and then he said, it's a little itchy and then he was having body aches. And then I told him, okay, so wala lang yan. Maybe you're fatigued or maybe you're having a mild sore throat. But I still told him to drink some meds and strepsils. But he kept on getting worse and by Saturday, it was already a full-blown fever. And I was praying really hard because we were supposed to leave Monday. I was praying that he regained his strength by Sunday. Monday came. He was still having fever. It was on and off. He was still having body ache. So I told him, man, I don't think you have energy to pack. And me also that day, I haven't packed yet. And then we said, what are we gonna do? And then we sat down and made a heartbreaking decision to rebook our flight. We spent so much rebooking the flight. It's like, for the both of us, it's like one round trip ticket to Japan already. But we have no choice. We have to make that extra expense. Because if we push through and we're not 100%, we're just gonna get sick there. And it's going to be a sucky trip all in all. And aside from the rebooking fee pala, we had to adjust some activities, specifically Tokyo Disneyland. So we have to repurchase our tickets. Yeah, and we decided to add 3 more days to make up for the 3 lost days. And we had to purchase extra days from our hotel in Ginza. Daming gastos, we had to, spend extra. But we had to spend that in order to save the rest of the trip and prevent the bigger chunk of the expense from going to waste. So yeah, come with me because I'm just gonna go and pack today. And at the end of this video, I'll just share with you the things that I prepare before my trip to Japan. You can also apply this to your other trips. Just change the details within, but the approach can be the same. So yun lang. See you. Okay, I will be gone for 15 days. I need a lot of luggage space all the time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring just around 4 or 5 trousers. So I have here my trusty and favorite lime green joggers. I have here my newly bought na cargo pants. I'm so happy it's in right now. I'm also bringing these parang khaki-like trousers. I also bought a new pair of linen trousers and they're just a laundry. Leggings and jogging pants for our Arashiyama bamboo forest trip. Around 4 or 5 sets of bottoms and each bottom, I'm going to reuse around 2 or 3 times. Each bottom, I paired it with tops. So like this one, I have a black shirt and a turtleneck, black turtleneck. I pack like this. I plan and mix and match my outfits. I'm also bringing some dresses for easy days and I'm going home, back to Manila. So, I think it's gonna be this one. Itong black na to. This is Uniqlo. So, it's June right now. June is summertime in Japan and it can get really hot during summer in Japan. So, I bought some linen tops. Well, this is old na. This is from Mango and this is new. This is from Zara. I know, very crumply tong mga to. Sana may planchadora doon. And, yeah, I hope it doesn't get too wrinkly. I don't know how I'll do that, but let's see. I'm gonna bring 3 luggage. I'm gonna bring all my removas because I'm really looking forward to buying a bag, and we all know bags come with boxes.
Also shoes and a lot of food. I love Japanese food, Japanese snacks in particular. And that's one thing I want to give out to my family, for my employees sa business ko. Ayan, so ito yung mga dadalhin ko. So my essentials trunk. So this is where I'll put mga boxes or anything with a box. Of course, I'll fill those up with other things. And I'm bringing that one because I plan to put yung mga food souvenirs there, and also old clothes that won't fit. But I'm also ready to ship back my old clothes in a box if everything doesn't fit na. And of course, that is my essentials cabin. So that's gonna be my hand carry.
Hi, so let's start with my hygiene and makeup kit for travel. I don't normally bring a lot, and nowadays I appreciate talaga yung mga travel sizes, because before, when I was starting to travel, I would bring parang big bottles of everything, and then I realized that is space consuming. Not to mention, a lot of the hygiene products, especially yung for bath, like shampoo, conditioner, you can buy them in your country of destination. I have this small makeup kit, and I make sure that everything I need is here. So yan, when I travel kasi, I don't spend too much time on makeup anymore. The faster I can do the makeup, the better. So I normally just bring makeup products that are very easy to use, and I know that will make me look good in an instant. So meron ako to Kiko Milano Weightless Powder Foundation. Maganda to, in fairness Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer. For concealer, I just brought one, si Dior Forever Skin Correct. But I'm thinking of swapping this with something else because I just find the tube too big. And for my blush, I'm bringing Laura Mercier in Key Royale. And for my lipstick, ito si Rouge Dior Forever. This is in the shade 558. My favorite Innisfree No Sebum powder, and I use this on top of my powder foundation just to seal the look and to keep oil at bay. And for my setting spray, of course, kailangan yan bilang oily skin tayo. So, buti na lang nakita ko to. May travel size ako ni GRWM. This kind of makes me oily, but I think I can work around this. I just have to apply it sparingly. My favorite Heroin Make eyeliner and Benefit Precise in my brow pencil. Wait, I forgot an eyeshadow. My eyeshadow, I'm just gonna bring nude sticks. Favorite ko to, as in super long lasting talaga. I think I'm just gonna bring this one. So, para lang siyang chocolate bronzy brown. I think this will look good on anything. That's it for my makeup. And for my brushes, I'm just gonna bring a blush brush and a powder brush. I just washed them. They're outside. Skincare, ito, basics lang din. So, meron akong shampoo, conditioner. So, ito, kung ano lang yung meron ako na small size. So, this is Moringa. And this is Black Beauty. And lotion, ito in-order ko to kasi I just had a Brazilian and I really need a moisturizer that's anti-itch at the same time, because, you know, those stubbles can get really itchy like 4 or 5 days after your Brazilian. So I got a Vino Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion. So this instantly relieves itchy skin. I love this. It's really good. Lactacid. Tapos travel-sized skincare. So Shiseido Eudermin. Of course, we're going to Japan. We have to have some Japanese brands in our skincare. And ano pa, ito, Drunk Elephant, kasi I have minis, and I'm just happy I have them because they're so travel-friendly and they come handy right now. So this is Drunk Elephant B Hydra Hydration Serum and from Boost Serum. It's proteiny, so I think this is gonna be my day and night moisturizer naman. I just finished a huge tub of this, and it's great for day and night. And for my SPF, I realized I have this. So I decided to bring Kanebo Veil of Day. This is SPF 50. This has priming properties. So I'm gonna swap it for my Garnier matte sunscreen. I was supposed to bring that, but I decided to try this out first. But I'm gonna bring my other Garnier stuff. So I have here, ito, si Vitamin C Bright Complete Serum, because I'm gonna walk the whole day and I'm sure my sunspots are gonna be triggered and I need Vitamin C to counteract that. And my favorite and trusty micellar water.
So this is from Garnier, and it's water in oil, and this has argan oil. Meron akong comb, ayan. So this is Goody. Forgot Dentist. I love this toothpaste. So that is my makeup and skincare kit. It's just all here. I love this kit. This is from Lazada. Now my second toiletry kit. This just contains, for soap, the bath soap I'm bringing is Abonné whip soap. So this is new. I love this because this is soap with a net. I don't have to bring a separate loofah anymore. Plus it comes in a resealable pack. So after Tokyo, I can bring this to Osaka. My problem always when it comes to packing toiletries and bath stuff is how do I re-travel used soap? So, diba? So, buti na lang naglabas sa mga ganito. And I have here our first aid kit. So, meds, supplements, you know, the drill, all that jazz. And I have a detangling comb. So, this is IQ. Tapos, andito mga, ano lang, napkins, panty liners, tampons. Kasi, I'm not sure. I might get it if I'm already in Japan. So, I don't wanna worry about looking for pads and sanitary stuff while traveling. I don't want to think about that. So at least I have na. And my perfume. So this is my perfume for Japan. So this is Tweety, the Hermes. I am going to chuck this in one of those parang flat mesh compartments of my removal luggage. And pocket tissue. You never know when you'll need that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, eto pala. So just earbuds and cotton pads in a plastic. Okay, so what are the things that I prepare before leaving for Japan? So these things, I make sure to prepare them before, days before I travel, because some are documents, so that I will have a very smooth and stress-free trip. Okay, the very first one are documents, of course. So your visa, passport, and other supporting documents, which are very important nowadays because we all know the situation in our local immigration. They're very strict right now. I hope that gets sorted out. But in the meantime, if you want to have a hassle-free trip, then bring as much supporting documents as you can. Well, it shouldn't be too much naman because you don't want to appear suspicious when you, let's say, visit Japan or whatever country you're going to. Just enough to prove your strong ties to the Philippines, especially if you're a tourist. So these types of documents that the IO would probably look for you to establish your strong ties to the Philippines would be your certificate of employment, ITR, company ID, probably a work leave notice or approval. And also, it's important for them to know that you can support yourself abroad. So maybe you might need to bring also your bank certificate. Then again, be reasonable and know your rights as a passenger. Number 2, yen or foreign currency. So this is my pocket money for Japan. I had this exchanged a week ago, so I ordered from the bank. One question that a lot of tourists always ask when it comes to foreign exchange is it better to have your money exchanged here or in Japan? Personally, shocks, baka masira yung pera. Now, based on my experience, it's always best to exchange your money in the Philippines, specifically with banks. Because banks always have the best foreign exchange rate. I'll give you an example. So, itong Japanese yen, I got this from my bank. Like, their exchange rate, the week before I picked up my Japanese yen, was around 0.40. And a week after that, it's still 0.40. Of course, they will base the exchange rate on the day that you will cash out the yen that you have requested. But with money changers in malls and individuals who legitimately buy and sell foreign exchange, they would normally sell around 0.41, 0.42. So definitely the bank has the best rate. The bank always has the best rate. And I also read that from forums that yung exchange rate in Japan isn't really good, so you might lose a lot of money if you exchange it in Japan. Now, how about US dollars? Is it best to buy US dollars and have it exchanged in Japan instead of bringing peso? Well, I tried that before and I realized two things. So number one, almost always it just evens itself out. So even if you bring dollars, the exchange rate will still be the same or pretty close to what you will get if you have your peso exchanged instead of dollar. If there is a slight increase, it's not that significant. So it's around mga 100, 200 pesos lang, ganon. Of course, when you get there, you have dollars, you don't have yen, so you have to look for an exchange. You have to look for, what you call that, a money changer. You also have to ask yourself, if you have to go out of your way to exchange your US dollar, is it worth it? Is the 200 pesos worth it? Well, in the airport, yes, there are money changers, but in the city proper, I haven't seen a lot. So yeah, so you really have to find the money changers. And for 200 pesos, ask yourself, is it worth the hassle? Is it worth going out of my way just for the extra 200 pesos? Versus, you know, saving more time and doing my itinerary smoothly. So yeah, ask yourself that. Number 3, pocket Wi-Fi. Oh my God, sobrang importante niyan because you will really get to use your pocket Wi-Fi, especially if you are riding the trains. Now, the train system of Japan is really amazing, and it's something that I wish we have here. And I really recommend that you try it because it's like an adventure in itself, because you will get to experience one of the world's best train systems ever. There are signs naman, you can find your way around. However, it can get a little confusing, especially when you're really tired na. And also yung mga train numbers, sometimes they can get confusing. You can try to ask around. However, there is a language barrier. The Japanese, they try to be really helpful, but most of them can't really speak or comprehend English. So that's why a pocket Wi-Fi would be really helpful for you. So rent na kayo, hindi naman super expensive with Japan Wireless. I think it's around 200 lang per day. So if it's gonna save you a lot of time, because you know you have Wi-Fi that can enable you to access Google Maps, then do so. Also, there's this misconception that Japan has internet everywhere. No, that is not true. There are only select places where you can access free public Wi-Fi, and most of the time it's in train stations, and unless you're in a train station, you won't get free Wi-Fi. And if that's too expensive for you, then you can try SIM with data. You can readily purchase the SIM with data when you arrive at Narita. You can also rent on the spot when you arrive at Narita. However, it's gonna be a bit more expensive versus pre-ordering or booking online before your arrival in Japan. Number 4, travel advisories on your credit cards. You have to give the customer service a call to put the travel advisory on your cards. This is important, especially for BDO card holders. BDO is very strict when it comes to security breaches. And the last thing you want to happen is you're buying something, and then when the SA swipes your card, it gets blocked. Tapos it's hard to call pa, it's hard to access pa their hotline. And lately, it's taking a while to get in touch with a customer agent. It's like mga 15 minutes before you get in touch with an agent. So it's such a hassle, especially when you're traveling. So I suggest before you leave, make sure to put a travel advisory on your cards. So just call and say you'll travel from this date up to this date, and then tell them that you will use the card most likely with the following purchases and this amount range, so that you know they can take note of that, and then you can use your card freely. Now, there are some credit card companies that don't need a travel advisory anymore, like BPI, so it's good to go. But you know, if you want to be safe, then just give them a call and then put a travel advisory. For debit cards, I think that's not needed naman, although I'm not sure then, because I normally do travel advisories for my credit card. So just to be sure, give your banks a call. Number 5, and this is a thing nowadays because of, you know, security concerns and yung mga news of stolen luggage and stuff. Knock on wood, I hope I don't get to experience that. This is AirTag. Okay, I think this is the best investment. This is expensive. This is 6,490 for a pack of 4. Around 1.3 baht to 1.5 for one piece. I do not remember anymore. It's very expensive. It's such an investment, but it has a lot of uses. I actually used one on my nephew when we went to Enchanted Kingdom. I put one on him because I let him roam around and I just stayed at one place. But I originally bought it for travel, specifically for my Japan travel. So I bought 4 because I have 4 bags, so my 3 removal luggage and my personal hand carry. And wala lang, it gives you peace of mind. My personal belief is if you can afford to invest in security or keeping yourself safe when you're traveling, do so. Peace of mind is important, and most especially, your security and safety are important. Okay, number 6. Number 6 na ba tayo? Travel insurance. I cannot stress this enough, especially at this time when there's still COVID. Of course, you still have to be safe. Even yung mga minor sicknesses like stomach flu, ano pa ba, fever, you need travel insurance because you never know. Wag naman sana, you might encounter a light accident, you might get sick, get a stomach flu, a fever, and in some cases, you might need to be brought to the hospital. It can be very expensive. If you don't have insurance, goodbye. You have no choice but to pay for the local hospital fees, which can be very expensive. So that's why kailangan nyo ng insurance. We would normally get insurance just from BPI because my family, they are a valued client, so they've been getting them from BPI for the longest time. But the cheapest one that I know is GCash. I think G-Insure. So I've been reading in forums that this is an affordable, GCash offers affordable travel insurance. So if you are on a budget, I still recommend that you get insurance and you can try G-Insure by GCash. Lalo na kung naka-budget travel ka. Pag naka-budget travel ka, di ba? I mean, you were only working on a limited budget, so all the more that you need insurance. Number 7 na ba tayo? Yung mga important gadgets such as power banks, yung mga power strips nyo, saksakan. So, important to bring those. Japan is very famous for their 110 outlets, but plus, we know that most appliances in the Philippines run on 220 volts. So, how do we go about this? How can we charge our gadgets in Japan without intentionally starting a fire? It really depends on your gadgets, but I remember in my last trip, I really didn't have to worry about this. I just plugged my gadgets and yeah, that's it. But I think it's because all of my gadgets are Apple. They're already dual voltage. So meaning, their voltage has a range. So for Apple, it's usually 100 to 250 ata. So if that's the case, then you don't need like an adapter or a transformer anymore. But for some travel accessories, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me on this, even if they're dual voltage and yung wattage is 2,000 ba and up, basta malakas, it's not gonna work if you plug it in 110. So, parang I went to Ace Hardware and then there's this guy who told me that. I mean, he's from Ace Hardware. Maybe you should research more on this. Hindi ako like, techie girl. So, but, I'm just sharing, putting that thought out there. So, yeah, maybe you can research more on it in case you're planning to bring mga blow dryers, steamers. I had to kind of know this because I was planning to bring steamer because I have linen clothes and linen gets very wrinkly. But I decided not to anymore because of that information. He said that even if it's dual voltage and yung wattage naman is very high, it's not gonna work if I plug it in 110. Number 8, download productivity apps such as Japan Navitime, Google Maps, and Google Translator. Especially transportation-related apps. Transportation-related apps that will help you find your way in the train station. My personal favorite is Japan Navitime because it is an app made for the Japan train system. And it's really nice, very easy to use. And the good thing about that is it shows not only your route, but also which platform you should be on, which train you should board, and also yung price per way, per route. Now, Google Maps kinda has the same also, but the difference is there are some destinations that I cannot search for in Google Maps. And that's it. Those are the things that I prepare before I leave for Japan or when I travel, or before I travel to any country for that matter. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow my social media, visit my blog, and I'll see you in my next video. And please watch out for my Japan vlogs. Bye!